Hey there, Connections volunteers. It's Scott Newman, the Connections pastor here at Santa Cruz Bible. And I just wanted to take a few minutes today to introduce you to Planning Center Online, which, as the name suggests, is an online tool we're using to schedule all of our Sunday morning volunteers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce you to the tool, how to set up your profile, and how to schedule yourself and get you up and running. So just real quick about why we're using Planning Center compared to what we've done in the past, which is paper calendaring or things like that. Planning Center, basically what it does is it allows us to have a bigger picture and to see the bigger picture of what our volunteer teams look like on a Sunday morning. The goal of our ministry and connections, which includes our ushers, our greeters, guest services, even hospitality bookstore, is we want to welcome people to Santa Cruz Bible the way Jesus has welcomed us. And so part of that involves having a full team on every Sunday morning, having positions filled so that there's no door that's uncovered where people are walking in and not being welcomed and not being greeted and not being passed the bulletin and not in the services, making sure that people know where they need to sit and that the offering bags are passed quickly and smoothly. So to do that, we need full teams. And part of it is just allowing your team leads the ability to quickly and easily schedule you and to see that they have a full team for a Sunday morning. So we're asking all of our volunteers to set up their profile on Planning Center. If you have an email, to set it up and to respond to scheduling requests or to schedule yourself for the dates that you know you're available. So let's go ahead and dive in, and I'm going to show you right now what we're looking at. So when we put you in the system, you should receive a welcome email that looks like this. So this email will basically give you all the information you need to know about how to log in and set up your account. So to log into Planning Center, you click this green button down here. It'll take you to the login page, and you can set up your account. If this is the first time that you've done it, you're going to need to set up a password. So you can click Need a Password, enter your email. So the email for my test volunteer, I'm going to enter that here. And it'll send a password reset email to your email inbox. So that should come right here. You can click on this link and you can set up a new password. So I'm going to enter my new password here. And then we're all set to log in. So let's go ahead and log in. And when you log in, the first thing you're going to see is your dashboard. So on the dashboard, sign-up sheets and pending requests, upcoming plans. I'm going to explain what those are in a moment. But the first thing I want to point out to you is your profile. So if you click on the right hand up here and you click profile, it's going to take you to your profile page. So you can update your contact information. What's nice here is if you enter your cell phone number, you can get text message alerts and reminders. So if you're used to texting, that's a great way to do it. But email works fine as well. So go ahead and once you're here, click on assignments, and you should already see your assignment in here. So my test volunteer is assigned to the usher team. And then you can set up your scheduling preferences. So for example, what service you want to serve at. So let's say you're normally at the 9 a.m. service, you can check that box. If you're normally at the 10:45 service and that's where you want to serve, you can check that box. If you want to serve at either service, which some of our volunteers do, you can leave both boxes checked. For our purposes today, I'm just going to leave it as Sunday at 9. And then in the drop-down menu below it, you can schedule how many times you want to be scheduled per month. So once a month, twice a month, 3 times, every other week, every third week, the first week of the month, whatever it is. So for our purposes, I'm just going to say twice a month right here. And so what that does is if your team leads go to schedule you, they can't schedule you beyond what your preferences are or it at least alerts them to your preferences if they try to schedule you more times than you want to serve in a month, or at a different service or something like that. So it's to your advantage to set up your preferences, and it makes your team leads' lives a lot easier as they're going through the scheduling process. So once your preferences are set, go ahead and click Save. And then now I want to talk about how you can schedule yourself. So right here we see that there's a pending request. So this would be where a team lead has gone in and actually scheduled you to serve in a particular position on a particular date. So in this case, my test volunteer is scheduled to serve as an usher at the 9 a.m. service on November 1st. Whenever that happens, you also receive an email request. So if I check my email inbox, there's a scheduling request email that will look like this with a little bit of explanation. You can accept or decline that request directly from your email. So I can click accept right here without even having to log into the system. If I do want to log into the system, I'm going to see that request again right here on my dashboard, and I can click accept, and then it shows up that I'm scheduled to serve at the 9 a.m. service as an usher on November 1st. Alternatively, what some of the team leads will do is they will enable sign-up sheets. And these are great because they enable you to go in and actually schedule yourself for the dates that you want to serve and that you know you're going to be available. So to do that, to use the sign-up sheets, you want to click on Sign Up Now, and it's going to bring you to this page showing you all of the services that have sign-up sheets available for them. So for our purposes, it should be from now through the end of the year, the next 2 months. And so I can actually go in and sign myself up for these services. So as we can see, I just confirmed myself for Sunday, November 1st. So I'm just going to go ahead and sign up for every other week from now through the end of the year. So November 15th, November 29th, December 13th, and December 22nd. And so as you can see here, my test volunteer is set up. There's a green check, which means that it's ready to go. It's confirmed in the system. And once your schedule is confirmed in the system, what's great about Planning Center is it will send you a reminder the day before you're scheduled to serve. So since we all serve on Sundays, you'll get a reminder on Saturday, either by email and if you set up your preferences, by text message as well, so that you remember, oh yeah, I'm scheduled to serve. I got to be there, on time for the next morning. One last thing I want to show you is blockout dates. So some of you have asked us about if you know that you're not available for a particular date to serve, you can communicate that directly with your team lead so that they know that as they're setting up the schedule. But what's also nice is you can go into the system and schedule blockout dates. So I'm going to add some blockout dates here. In fact, some of those dates were blocked out already for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and block out, let's say, November 1st. I know there's a conflict because I'm already scheduled, but I'm going to save that block out anyway, just so I can show you how that works. And then go ahead and do those. 15th and the 29th as well. So, and I'm going to save those 2 blockouts. So that way you are unable to be scheduled by your team lead on those blockout dates. So if you're going to be out of town, on vacation, or otherwise unavailable, I'd encourage you to use those blockout dates, and that'll make life a lot easier probably for you and for your team lead. If you have any other questions about Planning Center, would love to talk to you. Find me on a Sunday morning. Feel free to give me a call. Also here at the church, our number is 831-429-1162, or you can shoot me an email. My email is snewman, snewman, at santacruzbible.org. Thank you guys so much for your willingness to serve and to learn Planning Center, and most importantly, to help us welcome people the way Jesus has welcomed us.